Hello, it's August 7th, 2021, and I was going to show this really pretty spot in the garden that's really filling out. I got moringa, lemon balm, lantana, some catnip in there starting to grow, and then the elderberry. This is my favorite spot because I can see all that filling in. And then on this side, I've got echinacea, bee balm, catnip, apple mint, comfrey, more moringas, plantain, lamb's quarter, more mints, marshmallow, comfrey, and so on. And you can see the pretty crepe myrtle. It was even prettier last week because it hadn't been as faded with the sun. And you can see all the snake gourds hanging. It's really awesome. And then, let's see, I'll go out here, and there's the elderberry and the banana tree. And look at some of these. There's some tomatoes we started later on after the frost. I think those were started in May, if I'm remembering right. Is it going to focus? Okay. The peppers here aren't doing very well, but the Juliet tomatoes I figured out I really like. There's a bunch of those. And you can hear the hummingbirds and see the hummingbirds hopefully. But this is mostly all store-bought tomatoes except for one Sun Gold that I have in there that we grew. And this is all the snake gourds. And the red stuff, red stem stuff is the Malabar spinach. And it didn't do so good this year. But the tomatoes are literally pretty much at the top of the trellis, as well as that snake gourd. It's all the way at the other end of the trellis and has made its way all the way to this end, and even has little babies on the first arbor, which is awesome. And our cucumbers have finally started. They're just about ready to pick. I don't think I can go out anymore. And I got all kinds of tomatoes. It's just loaded with tomatoes. Absolutely loaded. And there's, if you look in here, there's more little cucumbers. Here's a tiny little baby back here. And just more. Those are the Armenian cucumbers. And this is a snake gourd. That one just got me. We've already gotten 4 so far, and they're about 2 pounds a piece. This is our other Sun Gold tomato that we grew. It's not quite as good as the other ones. But there's 2 plants right here. One kind of goes back this way and one that way. And they have just exploded. And I've been putting the comfrey leftovers from the fertilizer on them, and they really exploded. And here's all our noodle beans. But it's pretty much got this all covered. It's so pretty. And we tried putting grass clippings on. We weeded and put grass clippings on, so we'll see how that works. It's another experiment. We're seeing how well it suppresses the grass. Doing pretty good so far. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Hopefully you can see it. My dreams have came true. I've got the little things to where you hold in your hand, and they come and eat out of your hand 2 days in a row. So far, it's amazing. The best thing ever. More tomatoes, and this is the sun sugar that the kids love so much. And this bed really needs to be weeded, but it is what it is. Got jubilees, one almost ready. We've had more bigger ones. They're kind of getting smaller as the season's gone on. Oh, and I was going to show the comfrey I planted at the fence. It's getting quite big in some areas. Some of them are doing better than others. Maybe they were bigger cuttings, I'm not sure. I don't know if you can see the banana plant again. I love that little thing. And we'll keep on going. There's Juliets and Amish paste mostly in here, except for some Sun Golds I planted. These are ones I started in June that are planted here. I've got 3 new ones here. And this is my favorite little Sun Gold I planted right in this corner. And it's just absolutely massive. It's coming out into the area. I love it. And you can just see how good. I mean, there's so many. Then they're just all the way at the top of the trellis, along with the snake gourds and the noodle beans. And there's just so many Sun Golds. We're picking so much every day. And this is another sun gold and some weeds, but it's massive too. And these are Gardener's Delight. And here's our passion fruit that I took cuttings from out in the wild. I got seeds too, but it looks like only one's going to take, but 1 out of 4 for my first time was not so bad. And these are all Gardener's Delights. They're okay. Don't know if I'd grow them again. I think these are called Tigerella. There's some Tammy had gave me that I saved the seed from. And the Amish paste here. We got some garlic chives and lemon balm. And there's another tomato that we started, I believe, in May. And this, to me, is the star of the year, other than the sun golds and the snake gourds. The peppers, the gypsy peppers, and the sweet potatoes. They are wonderful companions. But you can't plant little bitty peppers. These are some we started, I can't remember, probably May, June. I think those might have been from May and these are from June, but they are almost eating them. So I can't plant the little ones, but oh, look how awesome. That's so cool. But they are really, really, really good companions. And this gypsy pepper is so awesome. They're doing so good. I've never had pepper plants. I mean, I can't even, that's probably like right here. Bottom rib high. We've never had pepper plants this massive. It's so amazing. And there's just blooms and peppers and blooms and peppers. They're so amazing. And the sweet potato vine is just going crazy. And again, there's peppers everywhere. And this is the pimento pepper, and it is just absolutely loaded. We only have one of those, and these are the yum yum peppers. There's more of the pretty sweet potatoes. And there's some of the yum yums starting to turn just a little bit there. But that pimento pepper is loaded. And here's the sweet potato vine. Again, I mean, it is just awesome. And there's the zinnia. This gypsy pepper has gone past its cage, past the other cage, and almost onto the other cage. It's so big. But look at that. Look at all the little baby peppers. It's crazy. They are doing so good. And they, just about a month ago, they added these little stalks at the bottom of the plants, and they already have peppers that big. And these are my King Arthurs, and look at all of the peppers. It's crazy. They are doing so good. And we got one little tiny yum yum pepper seed started there. I don't know if it'll have time to do anything. And these are more yum yums that are starting to turn. And more King Arthurs. And I think that's the main garden area. And I'll just walk around and show, since I got the back cleaned up, I had showed most of this, the echinacea, bee balm, mint, catnip, comfrey, moringa. Note to self, I need to use the bottom moringa leaves. They're just like the wild lettuce. I need to harvest those early. And that's marshmallow and plantain, more comfrey, marshmallow, and something is attacking the kale. This is elderberry, oregano, comfrey, weeds, yarrow, elderberry, marshmallow, lamb's ear. If I said lamb's quarter, I meant lamb's ear. More marshmallow. This is horseradish and I think some type of weed. Spearmint or peppermint, and the willow is massive this year. That is awesome. I'm going to have to cut that and try and make a cage for the bunny or something, a little hut for it to go under. And the elderberry is so beautiful and awesome. The cardinals have been loving the berries off of that. What we didn't harvest. We've got, gosh, almost a half-gallon full jar of it this year. And these are our hibiscus, but I missed those. I don't think I got any pictures of those. And a zinnia and a moringa. And oh yeah, the apple trees. They are just loaded. They are so loaded. The limbs are bending. The poor thing. It's loaded itself down. This is a Granny Smith apple. And I mean, you could just see the poor thing. Leaves, or limbs, are just loaded. And this is a Jonathan apple. Oh, I just noticed some are starting to turn red there. Good. I hadn't noticed that yet. This is a Jonathan. That's really awesome that they're starting to turn red. Last year the Granny Smiths were ready the end of August, so, or I think it was close to the end of August, so we should be getting really close. And I had noticed there was got all this weeded finally. And there's a rose in there. And more elderberry. And our blueberries are back there, but they're not doing so well. But the nasturtiums are so happy. Look at these leaves. Look at that. That's beautiful. We had to use them for, like, to prevent an infection, so I don't have a whole lot, but this is what they put on since I use them, and there's more back there. They love this spot. Love this spot. So this is where I need to grow my nasturtium. You can see all the elderberries we left for the birds. Got all this weeded. That's chamomile there that survived all the weeds and weeding. It's a lily and the roses and the moringa and oregano, regular chives, catnip, comfrey. Let's see. Oh, that is a hornet, I think. Let's stay away from him. I don't want to get stung again. Last year I got stung. And they ate my tree collard, comfrey, catnip, lemon balm, more marshmallow. And I weeded this bed because this was all ragweed. And Mandy said her throat was hurting. Weeded all this. Next day, miraculously, throat doesn't hurt anymore. So it was the ragweed. Found a little moringa in there. Is it going to show? Yeah, there it is. Okay. We got some lemon balm and sweet mint and zinnia and roses. And that bed still needs to be weeded better, but I was tired. There's an elderberry that came back. It didn't look like it was going to do anything. I got some zinnias coming up there. Got our rain barrels, our butterfly bush, and sage is starting to come back. I had oregano in there, but it died. But the sage is coming back. And there's the rosemary, and here's a little bee on the butterfly bush. They're so cute. We actually got to see little bitty tiny baby bees this year, and they were so adorable. And I'm trying to see if I can root this big aloe. We will see. I'd heard people say you just set it on top of the ground, so we're experimenting and seeing in our new rain barrels. And other than, I've got some cuttings I've taken over here. I'll show you that. I've got them tree kale cuttings around back. They were in the house and they kind of started looking sad. I don't think they're going to make it, but we will see. This one might. But they were free and we were trying. I had to cut the butterfly bush down to make room for the rain barrels. Here, you going to zoom so I can see? I don't know if it's going to zoom. But anyways, we had to cut that butterfly bush to make room for the rain barrels. And I put them in these buckets. And we'll come and look at the banana tree. Here, it's so awesome. Nope, it's just about to put on a new leaf there. It puts on a new leaf about every week. It's so cool. It's put on like 5 or 6 new leaves, maybe even more than that since we got it. And here's my tomatoes I started. These ones got chopped by a rock from the lawnmower, and I thought the others were going to take, but I don't think they will. So I've just got 2 that I started. What would that have been in July? No. Yeah, in June. I started these, I believe, in June. And these I started in July. These are about the middle of June, middle of July. And that's where they're at. And that's more tree kale cuttings. We'll see. I'll just give things a try and experiment. But I think that is about everything. But it's really awesome. The sweet potatoes. I did not know that they had such pretty flowers. They are really pretty. And all the sun gold tomatoes we haven't harvested yet. I wanted to come get this video to show how productive they are, so I remember that I like these. And look at this big, I think It may be an Amish paste, but I thought it might be a Jubilee, but I think it might be an Amish paste. I think this one's a Jubilee, though. We'll have to see. They're the yellow ones that the kids love. And let's see. Let's get an angle this way of all the peppers. They're doing so good. They're just so pretty. They're really a pretty plant. And this pepper has gone over onto the other cage too. And these are the little peppers that we started, I think, in May. Oh goodness, the wasp, don't get me. May, I think. Oh, there, look at there. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good. Look at there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, at least I found him. I haven't had a whole lot of hornworm damage, but I guess they're still here. But there's that one. Maybe that's what's eating these peppers. We may have to get the black light out and come and look, because I just found that. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish up and show the pretty peppers and the sweet potatoes vines, and the flowers are just so pretty. Alrighty, until next time.